Dear parents and aspirants, we are going to introduce a fascinating course, that is Civil's Foundation course. The many school children, they have dreamed that wanted to become IAS, IPS officers and also other government officers. For them, here is the wonderful opportunity, that is Civil's Foundation course. Because for any government job, the 20 to 30% of the questions are asking from the basic concepts that were included here in the Civil's Foundation course itself. So it is going to become a big advantage for you if you learn this course. So I am happy to introduce this today. Here we can see the government exams. What are there in the government exams? There is a central government and state government. The central government also coming up with a couple of examinations, and also the state government also recruiting the state government officers. Here under central government, you can see some commissions here. The Union Public Service Commission, it is conducting exams for civil services, Indian Forest Service examination, IES, Indian Engineering Service, National Defence Academy, NDA, CDS, Combined Defence Services. Like that, for Staff Selection Commission in the central government, they are conducting CGL, CHSL, MTS, CRPF, General Duty, and other boards also you are seeing, banks, railways, public sector undertakings, insurance and others. Similarly, in the state governments also, we can see the State Public Service Commission is conducting Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 and Group 4 and other services. For police exams, sub-inspector and police constable and teacher exams, the DSC, JL, DL and many more. Now, how to prepare for these exams? Let us see first the Civil Services Foundation. Now, what is Civil Services Foundation course? The Civil Services Foundation course is to get the knowledge about the exam and what going to ask in the examination in the primary stage, and also what concepts are very much needed to build their base that you can get from the Civil's Foundation course. What will be covered under this course? Dear aspirants, in this course, we are going to cover NCERT classes from 6th to 12th class. And the NCERTs are not just helpful for civil services, but also to develop a basic knowledge to crack all kind of government examinations. Now see, that means 1+10 offer. If you prepare for Civil Services Foundation, you are preparing for all central and state government exams. Sir, how? If you studying 6th to 12th, all the basic concepts are there in that. Having already said, the 20% of the questions in all the competitive examinations are concept based and also the foundation based questions. So that knowledge you can get here from this course. As part of this exam, we are going to see orientation on civil services examination. The civil services examination, also known as the IAS exam, is a competitive exam in India conducted by Union Public Service Commission. So it is a central government independent body, that is a constitutional body which is conducting this prestigious exam. It is recruiting IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS. The very top level bureaucracy is recruited by Union Public Service Commission. You can observe here, the exam is conducted in 3 stages: the preliminary, mains, and also the interview. Sir, what are these prelims, mains, and interview? Further, we discuss what is there in the 3 stages of the examination. The UPSC CSE complete syllabus. The civil services exam, the most coveted exam of all, is conducted by UPSC every year to recruit the candidates time to time as per the needs of our country. Here in the first stage we can see preliminary examination, that is purely objective type. The objective type means they will give you a question and giving 4 options. You have to choose one correct option. Then that is what called objective type. Whereas the second stage of the exam is main examination. In the main examination, it is not objective type like prelims. Instead, a booklet will be provided to you and you have to answer by writing the answers to the given questions. So like in your examinations of half yearly or final examination, a booklet will be given and questions will be given, right? In the same way, the UPSC also like that, they are providing the booklet and the questions will be given and you have to answer descriptively. Maybe for 300 words or 500 words, they will be determining in how many words you have to write. And one more important stage in the civil services exam is that the personality test. Interview. Sir, what is the difference between interview and personality test? Both are same, but personality test means they wanted to know at the final stage what kind of person you are. If you are selected for this post, can you deal with this post or not? Can you take the decisions or not? Are you fit for this job or not? Your personality will be checked in the interview. That is why it is also called as a personality test. A final selection depends on marks gained by the candidate in second and third stage of the examination. Sir, what about then first stage? First stage is what? The elimination stage. Lakhs of people will apply. Only 10 to 15,000 people will be filtered here in the preliminary examination. That means the preliminary examination marks will not be taken for selection, but here main and interview marks will be added for the merit list to select the students for this exam. The preliminary exam consists of 2 papers of objective type. How many marks these papers are going to have? See, a maximum of 400 marks. 2 papers, 400 marks. Paper 1, General Studies. Paper 2, CSAT, that is also called as Civil Services Aptitude Test. here the second paper is a qualifying paper. Qualify, you only need to qualify. Whereas the general studies paper decides you are filtered for main examination or not. The merit will be checked here. Here if you get certain percentage of the marks, 33.33% of the marks if you get out of 200 marks in this paper, then you will be qualified. But whereas here, general studies paper, here also you are having 200 marks. In the 200 marks, here merit will be decided. Whoever get the, for example, highest 120 marks, from 122, that 10 or 50,000 will be selected from the higher level of marks to the low, where they can get the 10 to 15,000 as per the posts available. The 1:50. For one job, 50 members will be selected for the mains to write. Such a way, the merit will be decided here in the paper 1 in preliminary. That we see more detail in the upcoming video. Here, paper 1 general studies syllabus. Now, what are there in the syllabus? In this syllabus, we have 100 questions. And each question carries 2 marks. So, total marks is 200. The time will be given 2 hours for this paper. Now, what are there broadly in the syllabus? We know that current affairs, every day in the newspaper, we are seeing the current affairs, right? So, current events of national and international importance, not just about the developments happening in our own country, but what is happening outside the country, in other countries, maybe in USA or UK or in the Japan or in Australia. So, what is happening around you in other countries also? That is also very much concern for this examination. The history of India and also Indian national movement. So, before independence, how we led the national movement, and also, so from the historically, what is there in the ancient period and modern period and also medieval period. And also, we have to learn our geography. So, Indian and world geography. So, we have our physical map, we have forests, different kind of soils, we have the mountains, the different kind of topography, and so much of diversity we can observe. We have the vast coastal line, and also we have Himalayas, we have many rivers. So, we need to have the idea on our own geography and what kind of agriculture we are doing. So, the climatic condition and what kind of monsoons we have. So, all those things we see in the India and world geography. The Indian polity and the governance. The Indian polity in the Constitution of India, what mentioned, and also the governance, how we are doing day-to-day governance, the government's responsibilities towards the citizens. Economic and social development. So, how we are going in GDP, gross domestic product, and also how the society is developing, and general issues on environmental, ecology, how our biodiversity, environment, conditions and all. General science, physics, chemistry, and also the related science and technology. All those things we will cover in the paper 1 general studies. In the paper 2, civil services aptitude test the CSAT examination. In the prelims, the second paper having 80 questions, whereas GS paper is having 100 questions, each question carry 2 marks. But here 80 question only, the total question is having what? 200 marks. Now the 2 hours time will be given. But it is a what? Qualifying exam. You have to get what? 66.66 marks above. Out of 200, if you cross this mark, for example, if you get 67, yes, you will be qualified. That is enough here. So in this, we have the questions from comprehension. So English, the paragraphs will be given and some questions will be given. You have to answer them. Interpersonal skills, including communication skills. What kind of communication skills you have? In the questions, they can check it. The logical reasoning, the reasoning questions, and also analytical ability. Can you answer some kind of what the mathematical, the what analytical abilities or not? That like data interpretation, like that. Decision making and problem solving. So can you make the decisions? Some situation will be given, so you have to take the decision, right decisions, and the problem solving. So these are there in the paper 2 civil services examination. The UPSC IAS main exam pattern and syllabus. Before we have seen some idea about the prelims examination, but here what about this main examination? The first stage we have done, it is the second stage of the civil service examination. The civil services main examination consists of written examination. You have to write answers for the questions. The main examination consists of 2 categories here. One is qualifying papers and also papers to be counted for merit. The 2 kinds of papers are there. One is qualifying papers. That means if you get a minimum marks, that is enough. They are not counted for the what? The merit list. Here, the counted for merit, the other papers. Qualifying papers. Paper A. What is this qualifying paper? There are many languages in our country. A candidate who is going to select for IAS officer, at least he have to know some Indian language. For that only they have given this. It is having for 300 marks. But if you get minimum the percentage of the marks, the what you can say 35. So here you can see the paper 1, that is what paper A. Paper B, English, 300 marks. But they are not counted for merit list. They are getting minimum marks or not, that only they are going to see. Second one, in the main examination, papers to be counted for merit. In this we are having paper 1, the general essay. Essay will be given, 1 or 2 essays they will give. If single essay they will give, that will be 250 marks, or if 2 essays they will give, 125 each, 250. Like that they can give. In the paper 2, General Studies 1, it is also called Indian Heritage and Culture, a History, the Geography of the World and Society. You can see these 4 segments they are checking in paper 2. They will give the what questions and we have to answer on the culture, history, geography of India and the world, the society. Paper 3, General Studies 2. Here you can see Constitution, Governance, Polity, Social Justice and International Relations will be covered under paper 3. And here you can observe each paper is having 250 marks. Similarly, we have another paper, paper 4, or General Studies 3. It will be covered technology part, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management. It also carries 250 marks. Apart from these papers, we have paper 5, General Studies, paper 4, ethics, integrity and aptitude. So what kind of ethical values required for this examination, and what kind of honesty and how you deal with the issues, aptitude. So that will be covered in this paper. And paper 6, optional subject for 250 marks, and paper 7, optional subject, paper 2. That means we are having 2 optionals here. So together for 500 marks. This optional paper you have to choose as per your interest. They will be given list of optionals. You have to select one of the optional. For each optional you have 2 papers. So each paper carry 250. That means total 500 marks for the optional. And here you can see in the main examination the total marks 1750 marks. In this 500 is for the optional paper 1 and paper 2 here, and the remaining is from general studies from paper 1 to paper 5. The 5 papers into 250 you can see here, and together all the 1750 marks in the mains you can see. In addition to this, the personality test, the interview test, 275 marks, and together the mains plus personality test, the total grand total is 2025 marks. That means a civil services aspirant is giving his main examination for 1750 marks and interview for 275. That means total for this 2025 marks he is writing the word exam. And whoever got the merit highest marks, from there they will take the services as per the vacancies. The cutoff marks will be decided year by year as per the merit list. The civil services examination for recruitment to the services and posts mentioned here. Now many of you may be having doubt that civil services means only IAS, IPS, IRS. No, there are many services are listed here. If you write civil service exam, you will be eligible for, there are 23 services are there. You can see IAS, IFS, IPS, Indian Audit Account Service, Indian Civil Account Service Group A category, Indian Corporate Law Service, Indian Defence Account Service IDAS, and Indian Defence Estate Service, Indian Information Service IIS, Indian Postal Service Group A, Indian Post and Telecommunication Accounts and Finance Service, Indian Railway Management Service, Indian Railway Management Service Personnel, Indian Railway Management Service Accounts, Indian Railway Protection Force, Indian Revenue Service, Customs and Indirect Taxes, Indian Revenue Service Income Tax, Indian Trade Service, Armed Forces Headquarters Civil Services, the Group B officers, and Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep, Daman and Diu, and Dadra Nagar Haveli Civil Services, DANIX famously called. Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar, same services, DANIX, you can see Group B services, and Pondicherry Civil Services, and also Pondicherry Police Services. So all these 23 categories of posts are there in the civil services examination.